Hey guys, and welcome to Fully Defined. In this video today, I want to wrap up my recent experience in Too Tall Toby's World Championship of CAD Speed Modeling, where I finished as the highest ranked SolidWorks competitor in the world. It's a little tongue-in-cheek there because there are some very fast guys I know in the speed modeling community who didn't enter this tournament, but got to be in it to win it, and I jumped in and had a crack, and finishing second, I was absolutely wrapped. I had a great time, even though it involves some really early starts.
Not gonna lie, pretty tired. But let's do it.
A couple of weekends. It was really fun to be a part of and to compete at something like this, which I've done very little of before. And I've enjoyed sharing, behind the scenes looks and comments with the community. So yeah, big shout out to that whole team at Too Tall Toby and Model Monday Live. If you're new or got no idea what I'm talking about, please check out this video from Too Tall Toby about speed modeling and about his tournaments and setups over at his website. So how I got to second in the world, I had to enter, had to qualify. In qualification, you had to model 3 models back to back, all recorded in one video in the quickest time possible, and that would give you your seeding. Now, I'm not the quickest at repeat modeling. There are guys that I've seen can do things far quicker than me, but I just needed to ensure I was in the top 16, qualified 11th, and then I just worked my way through the tournament until, the Wheel of Fate had its impacts in the Final Four.
Now what we need to do is go to the official Wheel of Fate. The Wheel of Fate helps us to determine what the runners are going to run into, what they're going to experience during this tournament. The Wheel of Fate can be quite cruel. The Wheel of Fate can end up causing people some real heartaches. Shuffle it up a little bit, and our first challenge for this, the World Championship of 3D CAD Speed Modeling, is going to be...
Come on, 45.
43.
So on the Wheel of Fate, given that the tournament isn't completely 100% serious, I'm all for the fact that a Wheel of Fate has a big impact on who wins. It helped me, no doubt. The Wheel of Fate helped me in the semi-final with 2 multi-body challenges, which suit me to a T. Now, if I had have had one of those challenges in the final, maybe I would have got a little bit further or picked up a win off Rambros, but that's just how it rolls. So, I love that part of it. It does keep things interesting as well and keeps everyone on their toes. To Rambros, the championship winner, congratulations. Absolutely dominated me in the final. This model here that I'm about to walk you through, I don't know, I guess I felt the pressure in the final. Tried some things that were definitely too fancy for what was required, trying to do these all with revolves. There's some very simple ways to do the geometry, and that was my mistake in the final, trying to overcomplicate things. And so he beat me by a long way. So kudos to him, and please check out the Rambros Workshop YouTube channel. Link in description. Thanks to anyone that's checked out any of my videos doing speed modeling tutorials or walkthroughs or the replay challenges from Too Tall Toby. My future plans, I'm going to continue to watch those live stream replays. Sometimes I will compete, as in I'll do the challenge my time, record that first shot and post that and see how we go. Other times we'll be doing tutorials. That's the aims here. And to help build what I would like to on my own channel in education for product designers using SolidWorks. I plan to stay really active in the comments on the practice models. Great to see a premium option there, which I'll be jumping on to in the near future, and the Discord. So if you haven't been around it, jump onto Toby's Discord. I can see you there in the comments. So let's jump into this tutorial. Let me take you through the best way I think now to do this model. probably could be a little bit cleaner with a few less features. But it's the way that I should have taken, had a crack in the final. If I had, maybe things would have been different. But yeah, let's check that out. All right, guys, time we tackled this one with a clear mind. Let's try and talk through as well what we probably should have done instead of what we did do. So starting with the top is fine. The top view in this one. Trouble I had, so I just couldn't find the dimensions I really wanted. Okay, so 100 by 70, not from the 70, not from this shape, but the other shape that came after this. So getting this done early, getting the fillets, getting the extrude done, 14, getting the holes cut. I think this is all very comfortable stuff. 6, 12, 4, through all in 4 positions, centered on corner fillets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't miss that one. Okay. This is all fine. We'll do the shell afterwards. Okay, we'll do a shell there later. This next step that I just stuffed up on at the time. So I reckon the way to do it is still with a plane and a revolve, but we could also just do an extrude through, and that might be really quick. And so that's where we can say, use this face and do this front sketch that we can see here. All right, and just draw it. So it's just probably easier, quicker, because there's quite a few dimensions here. Plus we can line things up. Plus we could not do that, but do a through hole. The through hole being 16. And just very quickly have this shape. I was searching for ages, what felt like ages in the competition, to see where those faces ended. But you can just see that this is so quick to do. Okay, and even if I merge it here, like it's quick enough to just delete face that or do a separate cut later. So yeah, I just shouldn't have worried about it. And then to get the holes, well, let's see if we could do this if we wanted to. And just do a plane here, we offset it. 10 millimeters on this plane. You just convert this edge. And then we go from here to here and we do a lofted cut. Like that. And you know what? That is pretty quick. So if we did that and that, yeah, that's done. All right, that's easy. That is easy. All right, and the next one, okay. So the next one. This is where I just spent way too long. What we should have done is drawn a simple sketch like this. Found my end point, which is 80. And my crossover point here, my intersection point, which is 28. We can make those for construction. Create a new plane on the end of this one. And then sketched from here. Because I've already got the other geometry and I've got that end view. Okay, and I know that it's in line with this here. So like that's construction line. And then here, I can do everything else I need to. So like the through hole, 16. The main thing is I have to get the that plane right. It's not quite there on that one. That's better now. Okay, vertical. I could draw that whole shape. So I'm going to go 40. I'm going to draw 2 holes on either end. inches a radius of 10, so it's 20 and 20 equal. And those are 52 apart, which means they're 26 from the center. And then a couple of lines to close it in. And so instead of spending all that time that I was mucking around on, trying to do a revolve here, should have just been quick and simple. Yeah, done. And then trim what I don't need. 2 11mm holes. So I just go trim, 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 trim. Done. 11 and 11. Okay. So that sets up the start of that point, and then it's an extrude, and that is going 8. And then behind that, we've got the rest of it. So the rest of it is, if we look at this top view, it's a 34. And keep this original hole. We're extruding up to here. Beautiful, look at that. Okay, and then on the front face here, we can do our little cut down and our chamfer. But again, we're going to have 26 here, and that is going 12. Extrude cut down 12. And then we've got a 4mm one with, it says 45 degree chamfer. So you just do 4x44, 4x45, sorry. That should be it, which means this one should be 34. Yep. Okay, and that's all the detail we needed for that part, and that's done. So then we can take this one, we can do an extruded cut using the central contour through all bones. I don't want to use that. I want to use the circle. Good. And then here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to select this circle. Okay, with this one, I'm going to go up to surface and go on the inside. Yep. So now if we look at a section view on the top, we've got it. Okay. Now the last step, shell on the bottom, 6mm pocket, 8mm wall. There, okay. So 8 offsets. And we want to go 6mm from here. All right, so this is the one. Maybe I should have done that earlier. Now I can come back to here and do that. It's got the pipe in it. That's okay. Got the pipe, no problem. We can use a delete face to get rid of these. Now, does that look right? Six mil pocket, 8mm wall. We come up 6. It gets going too deep. Yep, so I need to actually increase that. It is 8 all the way out. Okay. So it goes 16. Yep. All right, now let's see what happens to our build after that. Boom. Beautiful. And that looks good too. All right, so our model's now finished. Let's check the answer. Okay, so we're wrong somewhere. out of tolerance. So let's find where we're wrong. We'll go through the process of checking and crossing out, which we've picked up quite recently, but which is a very, very handy. Okay. 170, 8s in 4 places. Our holes got 12 by 4 down by 6 through all, centered on the fillets. We've got 4 of them. Our extrude here, we got 20 and 20. And it should be 35 off the middle, which, if we have a look here, 35. That's good. Our extrude is 14. Our height to the center of the wheel, 20. We have a 6mm pocket on the bottom. Yep. Our wheel outside size, 34. And the height of that one, 34. Height to the middle, 20. Cool. And on the bottom, got some co-radial elements, 8mm offset on the sides. Co-radial, and at radius 8. That doesn't look right. Radius 11. So what happened there? It's gone. The hole is 6 plus 8. Something's happened with that shell. So we take it back, and we've deleted. Haven't got the size right on those. Okay. Offset size, 8. So what happened with the shell? It's a really good question. If we want to offset it, kind of radius 8 there. Diameter 6, diameter 3. 3 plus 8 is 11. That's why we're getting 11. So we need to reduce that by 3. So you could do this. Delete that. We don't need that at all. Just 5. That's going to be from here. Okay. So we do those 4. Then when we delete face, I have the correct radius. I'd say that's probably an error. So the answer was 491. And now we are 490.893. Done. Awesome. Hey, thanks for watching the video all the way to the end. If you enjoyed it, please like and share. If you've got any suggestions for other content, leave it in the comments below. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And there's some other videos here. Check out. Thanks.